Tonight on Apple Valley News Now at 5, a Supreme Court decision that will change the way cities and states handle the homelessness crisis. Stacey.
And we have sunshine, a beautiful day. I'll tell you what's coming up this weekend in your First Alert weather forecast.
And with fireworks now on sale across the state of Washington, we're going to take you to a local stand on a special mission.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. We began tonight with several families picking up the pieces after a fourplex caught fire in Kennewick this morning. Firefighters got a call for help at Sunset Villas on South Union Street just before 6 o'clock this morning. Benton County Fire District 1, the Kennewick Police Department, and City of Kennewick Public Works all assisted in battling the blaze. They were able to get it under control within about 20 minutes, but during that time, the fire, we're told, spread to several apartments. Fire officials say everyone was able to get out safely. They say it's also important to have a plan in place for when this happens.
Well, obviously try to get out the best way you can. If you can't get out the front door because of where the fire is, go into a bedroom, shut the door, get out a window that way if you can. Again, shutting doors saves you, buys you some time at fire. So get out as quick as you can, but the safest way might not always be through the front door. You might need to go out through windows, but ultimately go out the safest way you can.
The Kennewick Fire Department says no one was injured. They would like to remind everyone to have an escape plan, again, in place in case of a fire breaking out in their home. And we're continuing coverage on a story you saw first here on Apple Valley News Now. The Richland Police Department has now released more information about the heavy law enforcement activity near Orchard Hills Apartments that happened last night. Police say they got reports of a girl being forced into a car. Then Benton County Sheriff's deputies attempted to pull over the suspect vehicle at an apartment in Richland. We're told one of the suspects stayed in the vehicle and was arrested while officers attempted to locate and arrest a second suspect who's allegedly ran from the scene. Police say the suspect who ran, Robert Ramirez, was arrested near New Haven Loop after community members reported sightings to 911. Police were able to rescue two juvenile girls who were reported as runaways. Both suspects were booked into the Benton County Jail. Their charges are still pending. All right, let's switch gears here and talk about your forecast. We're almost to the weekend. Stacey, you're telling us it's going to look nice out there.
It looks lovely tonight. It is beautiful. 82 degrees. Winds are very light. I've been seeing lots of boats out on the river today. And in fact, if you're going to be heading out on the river tomorrow, boating forecast looking really good. Now, there is a very slight chance of a stray shower later in the afternoon. The winds are going to be nice. Your water temp is at 62 degrees. UV index is high. That means we're going to keep applying that sunscreen, even if it is a little bit overcast tomorrow. Temperatures around the area for tonight are going to be very pleasant, a little warmer than last night, upper 50s and even hitting 60 degrees at Hanford. So increasing clouds coming through. We have a warmer day tomorrow, although a little overcast. We could see a stray shower come through the area. Breezy to gusty winds. Those are going to kick up late Saturday, Sunday and Monday. Very windy, elevated fire danger there. A sunny and warm 4th. I'll tell you just how warm it will be on the 4th of July and my First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. The U.S. Supreme Court released two major decisions today. One, a battle over handling homelessness. That started in Grants Pass, Oregon. The other saying that prosecutors used the wrong charges against at least one person accused of taking part in the violence at the Capitol 3 years ago. That decision could impact dozens of cases, including the one against former President Trump. ABC's M. Nguyen explains.
In a major Supreme Court ruling, the conservative majority ruled against the federal government, saying charging the January 6 rioters with obstructing an official proceeding is improper.
It's not that prosecutors could never charge, storming the Capitol under this provision of law, but there needs to be, again, a connection to the destruction of records and documents, not just, blocking a proceeding.
The ripple effect of a ruling in favor of a protester who allegedly breached the U.S. Capitol on January 6 could be substantial and immediate, impacting dozens of other defendants. It could also affect former President Donald Trump's election interference case led by special counsel Jack Smith, where he faces obstruction charges. At the heart of this Supreme Court case, whether a law created to prevent the destruction of evidence in financial crimes could be used to prosecute those who disrupted the certification of the 2020 election. And in the most significant case dealing with homelessness in 40 years, the High Court sided with an Oregon town's law that bans people from sleeping outdoors despite no available shelters. The conservative majority ruled 6-3, saying measures to fine the homeless does not constitute as cruel and unusual punishment under the 8th Amendment, although it's not yet clear if the town would be able to enforce its anti-camping laws against the homeless.
Emlyn, ABC News, outside the Supreme Court.
Now this morning, the American Civil Liberties Union sent out a response to the Supreme Court's decision saying, quote, "Everyone deserves a safe place to sleep, but for too long we have been overly reliant on policing as a solution. We cannot punish our way out of homelessness and poverty," end quote. The ACLU of Washington says it is still pursuing legal strategies to protect people under our state constitution, which it says is more protective than the U.S. Constitution. And the Supreme Court is set to release more opinions on Monday, the first time in years they've stretched their work into July. The justices still have not announced a decision on whether former President Trump is immune from prosecution for his official act as president. Trump is facing 4 felony charges related to what happened on January 6th of 2021. Trump has pleaded not guilty. When they heard arguments back in April, the Supreme Court justices appear to be focused on what exactly should be considered official acts. Closer to home now, the Kennewick School District passing a resolution this week on keeping student athletes competing with their biological gender equals. Listen in.
I'll take a roll call vote.
Dr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Valentine?
Yes.
Mr. Galbraith?
Absolutely yes.
Thank you.
Okay, the motion pass or the resolution passes.
Now, Resolution 10 is called Title IX Regulations Supporting Fairness in Competition and Student Safety. The school board says it started putting together the resolution almost 2 months ago, shortly after they learned a trans girl won during the Washington State track and field competitions. Many of the people who spoke at a public comment, as well as members of the school board, say the resolution is not about being against trans athletes. They say it's about protecting women and girls in sports. But not everyone who was present at the school board meeting agreed.
I'm sorry for 2% of the public that feels discriminated against, but I feel more sorry for 50% of the public that is discriminated against with policies like this that allow biological men to take the place of equally deserving women who have put in their time and effort to excel and succeed.
You don't get to have trans debates without trans voices anymore. I find it hilarious that we once again find ourselves in a position with zealous school board members attempting to defy state's position and rules, which will only affect an already marginalized and at-risk population they have been voted in to protect.
School Board President Gabe Galbraith says on the passing of this resolution, he will make it his mission to get it to school boards across the state of Washington and have them adopt it in their own districts. Some of the people commenting in favor of the resolution are Kennewick coaches from around the district. We're going to hear more from them coming up tonight at 6. Well, as of today, it is temporarily legal to sell fireworks in the state of Washington. You've probably noticed the stands. Those are subject to local restrictions. One fireworks stand in Pasco is raising money for a cause. Seasons Housing offers a home and life skills for individuals who are newly in recovery. The director says they currently have 5 houses here in the Tri-Cities, but their waiting list is more than 100 people long, so there is a need for more housing, he says, within the Tri-Cities. He's decided to put up a fireworks stand that's open starting at 8 a.m. through 4th of July while supplies last at the Walmart in Pasco and Fiesta Foods. The director says being able to raise awareness and money is close to home for him.
Being a person in long-term recovery myself, I know what the struggles are like. I've been there. I know what it's like for these individuals that are just getting in recovery now and want another shot at life. Recovery is possible if people are afforded the tools and opportunities that they need to be successful.
Now, all the money that's raised, he says, will go towards adding more housing in the Tri-Cities. They are planning to have another home open within the next 90 days. The TSA is predicting that this will be their busiest day in history. But that record could easily be broken within the next 10 days. And ABC's Zorian Shaw reports weather could be a big issue for travelers in the days ahead.
Travel rush is heating up as travelers brace for the crush of possible delays in the air and sky ahead of the 4th of July. TSA says they are poised to see over 3 million travelers just on Friday, and it only picks up from there. Over 32 million travelers are expected to go through TSA July 8th. Many travelers already factoring potential delays.
I try not to expect chaos, but I did plan to get here with enough time that if there was a long line at security that I would have enough time.
Delta says they expect nearly 6 million travelers the next week, with United and American Airlines saying this Independence Day season could be the busiest one they've ever had. And the roads are expected to be jam-packed too. AAA expects that over 60 million people will hit the roads from tomorrow through the following Sunday. Drivers will feel a little relief at the pump, though, with the national average for gas at $3.50. That's down from both last month and last year. But there is severe concern about weather and how it could impact travel as it moves fast. A tornado was confirmed in Melbourne, Florida yesterday. And treacherous weather, including high winds, hail, and tornadoes, are expected from Colorado to Iowa.
First off, always fly early, okay? Because your threat of thunderstorms is a whole lot less. Second, keep track of the weather.
Zorian Shaw, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, for those of you hitting the road this weekend, a scenic route to and from Oregon is shut down. The Hood River Bridge had been closed for inspections. Right after it reopened, a semi-truck crashed, causing enough damage that the bridge had to be shut down again. The Port of Hood River will be holding a public meeting on Sunday to talk about when that bridge might be able to reopen. And we are looking ahead to a beautiful weekend, just as long as everyone stays fire-wise and we don't end up having to deal with smoke. Stacey Lee has a look at the warmer weather on the way, plus what to expect for the 4th of July coming up in your First Alert forecast. And we'll introduce you to a group of young athletes now preparing to perform in a national spotlight. That's next on Apple Valley News Now.
We've upped the stakes in our summer-long Winning Gone Wild drawings at Legends Casino Hotel, with over $80,000 in cash and a 2024 Jeep Gladiator up for grabs. Break free from your backyard weeds and head to Legends Casino Hotel every Thursday in July. Use your Legends Rewards card to pile up entries, and you could be exploring the wilderness in a new Jeep Gladiator on July 25th. When your winning nature calls, go to Legends Casino Hotel in Toppenish.
Enjoy bowling here at Triple Play, where fun is always in season. French fries are fun, which is always in season here at Triple Play. Speaking of fun, did you know it's always in season at Triple Play?
Dude, what's with dropping the tagline?
The marketing ladies wanted me to push it.
What did they offer you?
5 pizzas.
Gonna share, right?
Of course.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Oh, thanks.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
Reach out to Neurostim TMS today and rediscover the light and joy in your life.
It's 1,000 miles from here, but our open southern border is costing us billions and bringing deadly drugs into our communities. The rich are doing just fine, but working families are struggling. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message because even though the political establishment told me to wait my turn, I'm running for Congress now to secure the border and lower the cost of living, because Washington families can't afford to wait any longer.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's pizza party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
Newscasts anytime with Apple Valley Plus on Roku, Apple Fire, and smart TVs.
Well, Welcome back. Karate athletes in Walla Walla are on the road to nationals, and right after that, a world tournament. 2024 AAU Karate Nationals start on July 2nd. 6 students with the Karate Center of Walla Walla from 7 to 12 years old. One of the senseis from their studio says their athletes are all looking forward to the big event.
It's a new experience for the littles, for everyone the first time there, but it's a big event. There's hundreds of competitors. There's, I think, 12 rings. It's a good experience for them, and it's a national title. I mean, they usually do really well.
So coming up Monday morning on Good Morning Northwest, we're going to hear from all 6 of the athletes headed to nationals, including the one who's going to Worlds. That is from 5 to 7 a.m. on Monday. The weather is getting hotter, and that means no matter what you're doing, you're going to need to hydrate. But do you really need a special drink, or will water just do the trick? One doctor says it really depends on the situation. It's long been said to drink 8 glasses of water a day, but when it comes to hydration, one size doesn't fit all.
I always explain to patients that if you have a cup of coffee and a cup of water, those cancel each other out.
Dr. Matthew Anastasi with Mayo Clinic says an average person may need about 4 to 6 glasses of plain water per day for an average lifestyle. But active people may need more. And as they sweat, they may also need to turn to drinks that have electrolytes.
But the more electrolytes you have in your body, the more water you can help to hold on to, and therefore it keeps you well hydrated.
Anastasi says the problem is that many electrolyte drinks also have things you don't want excessively in your body. That's why he says to check the drink labels.
You may be taking in way too many calories, right? Way too much sugar, and you also may be well above your recommended dietary consumption of those substances that I mentioned. So I think, as with anything, it's a balancing act.
Anastasi says choosing whether to drink plain water or grab an electrolyte drink should depend on your level of activity. For regular, low-impact, less intense exercise, he says plain water is just fine.
If you're going on anything more than 30 minutes in duration, or anything that's going to be very intense, I do think you would benefit from hydrational support.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And that's good advice to stay hydrated as our temperatures are going to start warming up. Look at this beautiful day this afternoon on our Dust Devil Skycam in Pasco. 82 degrees, winds 5 miles an hour. Very nice. Our humidity is decent at 29%. That is good news as far as fire danger today anyway. Temperatures elsewhere around the area, most of us sitting in the 80s here in the Columbia Basin. 80 degrees in the Yakima Valley, 60s and 70s in Ellensburg. Temperatures definitely up a couple of degrees, just slightly here in the Columbia Basin, but look at the big jump in Cle Elum, Ellensburg, and Yakima, 8 to 15 degrees warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. Temperature roller coaster continues. We're going to start leveling out heading into next week, and then we'll see those temperatures start to move up as we get closer to 4th of July on Thursday. Tri-Cities a little bit below the average. We'll be right there tomorrow and just slightly above, and then hitting above average for 4th of July. Yakima looking good, or excuse me, Walla Walla looking good with temperatures in the 80s, hitting those 90s by the middle of next week. Hermiston will jump up also into the upper 80s and the low 90s to the mid 90s by 4th of July. Now we are tracking on Futurecast anyway, a possible little bit of rain coming through the area, and those kind of pop up. Now these are going to be hit or miss rainstorms tomorrow afternoon, quickly moving to the east where Walla Walla could see the rain. More than likely the rain will stick around the foothills of the Blues tomorrow. Once that moves on out, we'll start to clear up. We have a big ridge of high pressure that's going to move through the area. That's going to start bringing those warmer temperatures. But as that ridge moves through, it's also going to kick up our winds on Saturday afternoon. You'll see those breezy to gusty winds through the Yakima Kittitas Valley, Columbia River Gorge, a little bit less in the Columbia Basin. But as we get into Saturday night, we'll start to feel those breezes a little more intense. Sunday is when we're really going to start to see those winds pick up in the afternoon and continue all day Sunday into Monday. That's when we're going to be really watching for fire danger. Tonight, partly cloudy and calm. Look at those temperatures outside. Going to be a nice evening. Most of us sitting in those upper 50s and low 60 degree temps for our overnight lows. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, but we'll have sunshine. A stray shower could move through the area, but we're looking at 90 degrees for the Tri-Cities, upper and mid 80s for the foothills of the Blues, and the mid mid and upper 80s there in the Yakima-Kittitas Valley. Weekend forecast, if you're hitting the road, it's going to be, well, a little bit cloudy and gray on the west side over there. Seattle with a slight chance of showers Saturday and Sunday, kind of drying out on Monday. That's that system moving through. Overcast in Portland as well. Temperatures there about 10 degrees warmer than the Seattle area. And if you're heading up to the Spokane area, mid 80s there with a slight chance of showers on Sunday and Monday. Here's your 7-day planning forecast. Get ready. July 1st kicks in on Monday. That's when we're going to see those breezy to gusty winds, 30 to 35 mile an hour gusts. 4th of July, 92 degrees. See that long string of sunshine? That's that big ridge that's going to start building into our region next week, bringing those warmer temperatures where we could even see temperatures right under or hitting those triple digits by next Friday. Let's take a look in Walla Walla. We have 80s, 90s, and that next Friday looking hot there as well, close to 100 degrees. We stay in the 80s through Tuesday in Hermiston, hitting the 90s. And once again, this one is what we're keeping an eye on for a little bit of a heat wave coming maybe into next weekend. We'll talk more about that, and your weather photo of the day is coming up.
Thanks, Stacey. Well, we've been talking about fire danger. It really doesn't take much. In California right now, hundreds of homes are being threatened by a group of wildfires blamed on lightning strikes earlier this week. We're talking about that and a change to the national preparedness level coming up next.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $1,950 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Here comes the sun. Get moving with a new car from Overturf Kia. The new 2024 Kia Sportage gives you 3 great ways to save fuel. Available with fuel-efficient gas engine, a gas-electric hybrid, or as a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. A new 2024 Kia Sportage with all-wheel drive starts at just $30,990. Plus, get 1.9% interest for up to 48 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Walla Walla Regional Airport, the gateway to your next vacation. As spring and summer travels approach, plan your flights through Walla Walla Airport. We offer free parking, and we have 2 Alaska flights to Seattle daily, making your travel easy and convenient. Take the time off, explore the world, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Walla Walla Airport, your connection to your next vacation. Book today. AlaskaAir.com. Your destination awaits.
Pasco's Grand Ole 4th of July celebration begins Saturday morning, June 29th at 8 a.m. with the family bike ride. July 4th Thursday fun begins at Memorial Park with the Kiwanis Breakfast at 7 and the Grand Ole 4th of July Parade at 10. The Camp Patriot Show and Shine at noon with a cardboard regatta at 1, and the free Grand Ole 4th of July Fireworks Show is at Pasco Sporting Complex at 10 that evening. More activities info at PascoGO4.com. That's PascoGO4.com.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Welcome back. We've been talking a lot about fire danger as we get into the heat of the summer and the 4th of July, when a lot of people will be setting off fireworks. But it's not just Eastern Washington. The National Interagency Fire Center has now bumped up its national wildfire preparedness level to a 3 out of 5. Normally this time of year, it would be at a 2. The NIFC has moved more resources to areas of active wildfires, but that could mean response time would be longer if fires break out in other regions. Of course, the highest risk is in the west right now. California is dealing with the lightning complex fires that started this week after storms brought more than 1,000 lightning strikes to Fresno County in a matter of hours. Cal Fire says there are now 3 large fires that together are being called the Fresno June Lightning Complex. Firefighters are working to get ahead of those as fast as possible before they see the temperatures rise and the humidity drop. We are also talking about warmer temperatures in our area, but it is going to be a very pleasant weekend. Stacey Lee has a final check of your forecast when we come right back.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dan Plaza.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your community Chevy dealers. Pasco's Grand Ole 4th of July celebration begins Saturday morning, June 29th at 8 a.m. with the family bike ride. July 4th, Thursday fun begins at Memorial Park with the Kiwanis breakfast at 7 and the Grand Ole 4th of July parade at 10. The Camp Patriot Show and Shine at noon with a cardboard regatta at 1, and the free Grand Ole 4th of July fireworks show is at Pasco Sporting Complex at 10 that evening. More activities info at PascoGO4.com. That's PascoGO4.com.
Criminal illegals flooding our southern border and fentanyl flooding our streets. But Dan Newhouse has a plan to fight back. Stop illegal immigration, secure the border, and seize illegal fentanyl.
We need to keep pushing hard, working hard to stop the illegal flow of people and the illegal flow of drugs.
Call Congressman Newhouse and tell him to keep fighting to stop the illegal flow of people and drugs at the southern border.
Look around. All possible Triple Play customers are perfectly represented right now.
Wait, really?
There's the family, the group of adult friends, kids on their school trip,
and the first date couple, and the grandparents with their grandkids.
It's just too perfect. I knew it. They're shooting a commercial.
I thought we were better than that.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
We just thought...
If it's hidden, you might get bitten.
Tiffany Haddish, live on stage.
You ever been in a club in a cute little outfit? You like, I got this for $22. I'm gonna meet me $1 million man in my $22 dress. No, you're not.
Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish, Friday, September 13th.
You be in there dancing, feeling all good and stuff. You raise your arm up and you got a big old hole in your armpit.
Get tickets now at the Legends Gift Shop and Ticketmaster.com. Legends Casino, Friday, September 13th.
Invest in yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Fly over the Yakima River from Benton City to the Columbia.
Well, I think it's great having this in our backyard. It's nice having things that are kind of a bit closer to home and easier to get to.
It's the Tapteel Greenway on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Hey, I'm Andy Cohen, and this is my ET retrospective.
We look back with the Bravo King, his career regrets, and most spirited interview.
They were smashed. Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
All right, check this out. Tonight, the Mid-Columbia Libraries and Hanford Mission Integration Solutions is hosting a glow hike up Badger Mountain. That starts at 8:30 tonight. No registration required. Just show up at the trailhead with your glow accessories and maybe a good pair of boots. Stacey, we were saying earlier, got to beware of snakes out there.
Be wary of snakes. I've seen so many pictures of snakes and they're just kind of, you know.
Maybe take a flashlight.
But it's a glow hike, right?
Yeah,
and
they're looking for aliens, I think.
We're looking for, I love it. How fun, something fun to do. And the weather is perfect for that tonight, by the way. Let's first take a peek at our weather photo from Dan Harp. He sent this in. If you look way out, that is the Ringgold fishing area. That is where a lot of anglers catch their salmon.
That looks like a fantastic painting to me.
Nice and green out there. So thanks for sharing, Dan. If you'd like to get your weather photo on TV, grab your smartphone and take a picture of the QR code on the right side of your screen, or simply go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on the weather tab. Let's take a look at your daytime planner and out the door temps. Looking good. You'll be in the 80s by midday. Could see a little bit of breezy winds kicking up later in the afternoon with more clouds and a possible stray shower. Pretty low at this point, but it is possible to see a little bit of rain coming through. Here's what your 7-day forecast looks like. We're going to be in the 90s for the 4th of July with lots of sunshine. So just that perfect July weather headed our way. And there you go, looking at the 7-day planner for Walla Walla and Hermiston. 80s, then 90s, 92 and 94. For the 4th there. So
that looks fabulous to me.
Looks like a great staycation. Stay home. It's going to be beautiful.
Avoid the record travel.
There you go.
Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back tonight at 6.
Have a good night.